pockets as they toil away their miserable, meaningless lives.
Oh, Metropolis. Steel.
Oh God, is this that Shaq movie?
A symphony of industry. Copyright. Max.
Here at Ace Chemicals, we haven't made a Joker in at least 2 days.
Yeah, but how long until they create a Creeper or a Harley Quinn? So what do you think that's made out of?
Steel!
Jesus, fine!
You dumbass!
No more questions, got it!
Meet the protagonist of today's picture, this I-beam.
Steel!
Hey, don't yell at me, guy. I got shit going on, too.
Oh, that doesn't...
Oh God, here comes the penetrator.
It's the largest brake pad I've ever seen. What the hell was going on there? That looked like a giant piece of sheet metal flailing in the wind. Wait, is this entire thing just going to be music overlaying pictures of steel?
I fear that it might be, yes.
So how's the wife and kid? We try. What the hell was burning in the middle of that desolate wasteland?
Bodies.
So what kind of vibe do you think they're going for? Shit happens is what I'm, like, leaning towards.
Limestone? Boo!
A cola?
The nation's history.
Hey! We're saved! Oh!
That was a close one, man.
Its greatness lies in glowing furnaces and smoking stacks. In skilled
People
labor,
must have had longer
inventive
attention
genius,
spans
and
back
the
in those
spirit of
days.
enterprise that
Even before
is so typical of
smartphones and,
America.
like, readily accessible
Typical of the steel
porn,
industry,
I would assume so.
Literally the backbone of 1,000 industries is the panorama that reveals the magnitude of any one of the major mills where the manufacture of steel involves a tremendous investment. Here, before a worker can be given a job, the company by which he is employed invests an average of more than $11,000 for each man employed. And that does not
Just
include
think,
wages.
there used to be trees and water and animals
Unusual
there.
feature of this
No
industrial
longer.
scene, which would not be found in any other country in the world. The automobiles are all work in the mills, men who are now age rate in the history of the industry. Into such a center of activity, the raw materials are poured from train and ship. Thousands of tons of coal for the blast furnace.
John, did I just have a mini stroke?
Iron ore, and
No, I
vast
think it was a big
quantities
one.
of limestone.
It's the big one!
They are charging a
Brace!
ore from which the iron is to be melted. Coke, to provide an intense heat in the base of the furnace as a superheated air blast passes through it. Limestone, to flux the impurities from the ore.
It's gonna fuck the shit out of those
Up to the top goes
impurities.
the laden Larry to feed one of these giants that may eat up as much as 3,000 tons of solid raw materials a day. Now they are preparing to tap a furnace at the base.
Tap
where
that
they may
furnace,
draw
boys.
As much as 100 tons of molten iron at a time.
Are you sure that a beekeeper's hat is the right safety
An
equipment for
oxygen
this
torch
procedure?
burns into a
It's to
clay-plugged
protect
hole.
yourself from magma
But no
bees.
chance for injury on this job. That asbestos suit and helmet.
Did you
will protect
hear
any
their
stray
safety
sparks or
equipment is
spatters.
made out of asbestos?
No.
A thin stream of metal begins to flow, glowing liquid iron. The stream swells in volume. A fiery river if you ever saw one.
Sounds like they need to
But you,
hydrate.
as an
I've been there.
uneducated onlooker could not be expected to know that these men in charge are very much in command. With modern mechanical devices and highly developed safety measures,
The mad
enable them
scientist
to
will let you
control
know when
the
things
metal
go
with
wrong.
less danger to themselves than you face every day in your home or on the street.
I don't know. I don't face a
Today,
lot of
the immense
lava
steel
in my
mill is as
day-to-day
safe a place
activities.
to work
Do you?
as any
Not
industrial
normally. That's
establishment.
not unheard of.
In fact, Company after company has prided itself on winning safety trophies. which
They
stand
prided
for a
themselves on
period
not fucking
without
up.
a single serious accident. A sample of the
I like their
fluid
state-of-the-art
captured small
trench
blocks and
technology.
cooled for a quick analysis by the metallurgical
Yeah, that's a pretty
laboratory to
long
check its
spoon.
quality.
I think you fucked up.
Meanwhile, the flaming river is directed through channels which lead to the edge of the tapping floor, where it spills into huge ladles resting on flat
Can you
top.
imagine what it'd be like being on a deadline there?
Until finally, the laden train is on its way across the yard to its destination, the steel-making departments. Where the
Departments?
molten iron in the ladles will be poured into a large container called a mixer, holding many tons.
Am I
And
watching a
weighed
video
apart
where they're
so that it
explaining
can
to
be
me
used
what
in
a
its molten
bucket
state
is?
in one of the three major processes in making steel.
Okay, careful, careful. Oh, God, no! The humanity!
Jesus.
Is the oldest for producing a tonnage product available at low cost.
Faster, faster, the cops are coming!
Here stand the operators in safety behind shatterproof glass. Number 3 is going to pour. One of the monsters, like a huge egg with the top sliced off,
You know,
tips
like
over on
a
its trunnion
egg with the
and
tip
pours into a
sliced
ladle
off.
its load of steel that glows like the sunset. And
What
shoots
is
millions
happening?
of sparks
Run,
through the
get
big
out of there!
of girders and
You are all
all
gonna die!
There were no survivors.
Very different from the spectacular Bessemer is the squat little electric furnace, which makes special steels because of its smaller capacity.
Look at
and
its
the ease
smaller
with which it can be
capacity.
controlled so
Pathetic.
accurately. From this process come the high-grade alloy steels, such as stainless and all sorts of special steels.
Such like
with special
stainless and,
qualities.
I don't know, special steels.
And then there are the open hearths. While the roaring flame and fireworks from Bessemer converters still provide a thrilling spectacle, and capacity for producing steel in the electric furnace
Each
has
worker
been increasing
lines
in the
up
last
to get
2
his
years,
shovel full of sugar for
90%
lunch.
of steel today is produced in open hearth furnaces because of the demand for tailor-made steels in large quantities, which can be produced with this flexible and efficient method. And by the way, there is one interesting factor in the making of steel.
Really? I thought it was 0, like you've shown us so
Fresh from
far.
ore smelted in the blast furnace. It is scrap.
Crap?
Most of the
Crap
scrap
metal.
will be found
Look
in
at that
the open
shitty,
hearth
shitty
department.
crap metal.
Remelted scrap steel, constituting about 50% of the total steel produced today.
By weight, what percentage of that do
There's a
you think is
carload of sheared
Terminators?
end. There's another.
I think we're looking at a good 6 Terminators right
And
there.
there's a car that may hold all that is
And
left
is
of
it
your
me or is this going
1929
on way too
automobile.
long?
Now on its way to become part of a steel and a better steel.
It's impressive
Perhaps
that
for
that
your
guy
next
was
car.
pushing the entire cart with
In
his
this
dick.
huge structure,
What a
the
dog.
open hearth floor, which is typical of American steel mills, a long line of furnaces holds steel in the making. Steel that will someday enter your life, perhaps carry you safely on
Perhaps.
your journey, provide you with shelter,
But no.
create an endless variety of comforts and conveniences. A supply of finely ground dolomite has been finally put in the
dolomite.
furnace that is to be charged. It will melt like glass and fill any holes that may have been burned through the lining by the previous heat, forming a solid bottom for the fresh charge. Then the charge
Dude,
begins.
this looks like the most dangerous work environment
Which has been
ever.
brought close to the furnace, an electric charging machine lifts box after box and pushes its burden through the door of the furnace.
Pushes its burden
operator
through the
sitting at a
furnace.
safe distance,
Boy, I like
spinning
that.
the ram and dumping its load.
Spinning its ram, also
There is a
fun.
rumble of a giant
Splattering
train
its
overhead,
payload all
moving
over
into
that
the
hungry,
layer
dirty
of molten iron
steel.
from the mixer, where it has been awaiting this final step in the process of becoming steel.
That guy was in his pajamas.
Cause it's hot as
They are
shit
placing the
down
tube
there.
into position for pouring the charge.
Damn.
And as the
This new
train
season
draws
of
near,
BattleBots looks
note that
awesome.
The men actually handling the metal are either sheltered high up on the crane in the cab or operate electrical controls across the floor.
Am I watching Eraserhead all of a sudden?
There goes the charge. 50
Everything's
tons of
totally
liquid
good.
metal
Look at all the
heated to
pools of molten
approximately
steel everywhere.
2,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Hazardous, frightful danger in this job?
Hypo danger.
Millions of dollars have been spent by modern steel mills of America for safety.
Look how safe they are with their
Devices are employed
handkerchiefs.
Which not only protect the worker from molten metal, from metallic dust, and from flying chips, but
Chips.
also from human
Yeah,
carelessness.
you didn't know? Pringles are made out of steel.
I thought that was only Doritos.
Yeah, maybe it's both.
Men are not doing dangerous jobs that the machine can do more safely. But more men and more competent men are required to control the machine.
No idiots
And the
here,
safety
please.
achievement of the steel industry is a high tribute to the intelligence of these men who work in the mills.
Oh, he's got a Viewmaster.
They must know
Do you
the
think he'd need those
temperature of the
binoculars if he took his
and they
goggles
measure it
off?
on an optical parameter while it boils in a white-hot pool as big as a fair-sized room. And like good cooks, they eat
I give you
several
ye old
samples of the
lightsaber.
brew using a long handle,
What percentage
small ladle
composition by
to
weight
pick
do
up
you
enough
think this
liquid
steel is
steel
made
to
out of
cast a
idiots?
test ingot.
I feel like this film was made due to like a
And
court
then dumped
order
out and
after
handled
too many
quite
people
readily. When
died.
it was cooled,
It was a
it will go
PR
to the
move by
metallurgical
American
laboratory
Steel
for thorough but
after
quick
those
examination
50 men got
before
melted.
the metal from which it was taken is drawn off to be made into steel.
All day long, I sit here
Thousands
writing
of
the
different
word
kinds of steels
metal.
are made like this
Metal.
every day. Each steel
I keep
is
writing it and I
contained
keep thinking,
a
kill,
custom-built
kill,
product.
kill.
Each different steel, the filling
Every
of the
once in a while, I'll
prescription to bear
omit
certain-
the
to
E in
be of
metal
certain
with a K
hardness,
or the T
to
and
be
the A
soft,
for an I and an
flexible,
L.
dull,
Or, you
bright,
know, kill an
to be
intern or
tailor-made
two.
for each one of thousands of uses. Now they are ready to tap a big one, and they must reach across to
Ooh,
the
it's a
opposite
gang
side of the
pole
furnace
shoving.
to break through
Damn.
the plug tapping hole from the inside.
And then they're working it around in
But the
there.
place to see the spectacular part of the operation is on the other side of the open hearth furnaces, where an asbestos cold burner
Luke, are you informed enough about metal
with
yet?
an oxygen torch. A few more ramming blows with a long tapping iron, and there she flows.
Oh, wow, they got it
200
squirting.
tons of
So
steel
you use the
produced
tapping
according
iron
to
until she starts
specifications
flowing.
for one
Got
of
it.
infinite
I'm
variety
ready
of
to
uses.
begin my career in
Just the
steel.
proper percentage
There's
of
the usual
carbon and other
binocular
elements
man
are
watching from the
retained in
distance.
every heat of steel,
In a
so
closet,
that it will
as
possess the
usual.
exact characteristics needed. Men on the platform will shovel in the correct amounts of spiegel,
As soothing smoke oozes out of it.
or whatever agent the metallurgical laboratory has prescribed for this particular heat of metal. Higher and higher it mounts in the great ladle, until the slag, the undesirable portion of the charge, rises to the top like froth, and overflows to find a future usefulness as a byproduct.
Is it just me or are they fucking that up?
The electric crane moves into line to carry the ladle to the pouring platform, where a train of cars bearing the ingot molds is waiting. When this molten metal has been poured into molds, the basic business of making steel is ended.
Yeah, you say that.
And yet, I feel like there's about 10 minutes of this left.
Product desired. The steel man says that this fiery liquid
Is he
freezes
stroking
immediately in
that?
the mold.
Well, you know what?
Means
Fuck you guys. I'm gonna
that
have
it
fun.
heals when its temperature goes down 1,000 degrees. or
We
so,
froze all this
and
metal
within
for
an
reasons
hour,
that are
it's
unclear to
frozen too
us.
hard
Perhaps
on the
lulls.
outside for rolling. Thus, it is not of a
What the
uniform
hell are we
consistency.
looking at?
This is
So
how they
after
make
the molds
fudge
are stripped
sickles.
From the ingots,
Ooh.
weighing from 5 to 15 tons apiece, the huge castings are hauled away to a furnace called a soaking pit, in which they are
Oh,
heated
hey, baby, you wanna
until
meet
of
me in the
same
soaking
temperature
pit later?
throughout, and which holds them at exactly the right heat for the anvil of the modern blacksmith, the rolling mill. Now this steel is barely
Oh no,
on the
he
way
sent
to
it
use
into the exploding
because of this
chamber.
one chunk of white
Bill
hot
was
metal
in there cleaning
that
it.
made thousands
If
of
this was a
hands
comic book, he'd
making
turn
you
into
that
Dr.
Or
Manhattan,
perhaps the
but it's
materials
real
for
life, so he
automobile
just
bodies,
turned into a dead
refrigerators,
guy.
I love
and
the
innumerable
idea.
things in
It was a
everyday
giant slab of molten
And this
metal
universal
ramming into a
intelligence
rando.
is possible because is only 2 or 3 cents a pound. The lowest of any
Size
important
checks out.
metal.
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
Continuous mill
So what, there's a
made
big
it
old
possible
block
to
of steel
provide
wedged in 'em?
steel wide enough for the
Yeah,
all
just
steel
make them blue and
automobile
call them
body
smart.
and
We're
the
good.
one-piece steel top on the models of today. It is one of the many great advances in the art of steel making, which has brought a saving to the
That guy
consuming
had
public
one
in the form
really
of lower
prominent
prices
left
for
nipple.
better steel amounting to nearly $300 million a year, compared with costs of 10 years ago. Automobile users alone are saving $75 million a year.
Can I get some of that money?
But in spite of more men are needed in the mills. And
Whoa!
employment
I think
is
the
now at
stuffing fell
highest
out of his
level
right
in the
cup.
industry's history. There goes that ingot you saw. Now
Guys,
hot
the slab.
flattened and elongated
slab.
on its way to further
Guys.
reduction.
Okay, it's leaving. Are we okay with this?
Jimmy, run!
And now becoming a huge strip, several feet wide and less than a quarter of an inch thick.
What is smoking down there?
Hell.
The takeaway from this PSA is metal comes from hell.
It is subsequently cold rolled flat.
Now
after
that
passing through
is
an
a
acid
beer.
Cleansing bath.
So they're dealing with acid without protective clothing.
Hey, he has a protective flat cap and denim shirt. He's fine.
Oh, that's right. And out of sustainable, good for the planet asbestos.
In general, only the rarer metals such as gold or platinum have ever
All right, I'm gonna have to voice over some shit.
until the steel industry
Platinum?
developed stainless
Yeah, that
steels,
sounds right.
which have made this metal practical for
Quickly
an
polish
variety
it
of
before the
uses,
acid kills
wherein
us.
It combines beauty with resistance to rust and corrosion. Look at that polish. A permanent mirror-like surface.
And only
Perhaps
40 men
destined
died
for
to
some
achieve
swanky
that.
cocktail bar or the kitchen of a modern home. Here is an operation which constitutes in itself a critical test of steel. The piercing of a solid billet.
John, what's
to
a
form
billet?
seamless tube.
Oh, I don't want to tell you, but you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it get pierced.
And why does it need a solid
And here's another
tube?
interesting operation.
No, you're too young
Also
and
a
innocent.
critical test of
I
steel.
am at the tender age of 33. Thank you.
The wheel must retain its specification factors of strength and ability to take it. when
Unconfirmed.
subsequently It will be pounding over the rails. On another mill, a big ingot begins to take form with a first rough rolling, becoming elongated
rough
as
rolling,
passes
hell
through
yeah.
another roll, and then assuming a familiar shape as we see the outline of an H column, destined for some skyscraper.
No, it's rare that you see
or
a sex
perhaps a
ed
great
video
steel
actually like address foreplay.
Good on him.
The operators of the mill.
Wait, how many times are we gonna see this?
Shut off from the heat
Brandon,
of
this is
white
the
hot
money
steel,
shot of the whole
turn
movie.
spin
Oh
it
my
around,
god.
roll it
Dude,
by
how many
pressing
times can you see that?
buttons on the left,
Coming
and
at you
finally
with that.
deliver
Oh
it
my
at the far end
goodness.
of the mill, a completely finished job.
Thank you for finishing the job.
Steels pass through various mill processes or combinations of processes in order to make them suited to a wide variety of uses. In any giant blade of
Ah!
there may be steel that is
Wow, how many
used to
farmers
take
and
time
cars and pedestrians are in
provide
there?
The framework of mighty buildings, and to enter into the daily life of every citizen.
Did you
in
notice how the
thousands of
toast that
things
came out
that
wasn't
provide
toasted?
comfort and convenience with economy. The call for steel from every section of America.
I feel
is
like
a
they're
demand
not saying
for a
steel
basic
enough.
Material without which life and living standards as we know them today would be impossible.
Look how many
Steel
fewer
has
men
kept
came
pace
out of the
with
factory
and
than went
anticipated
in.
the
Yep,
increasing
court
needs
ordered.
of the nation. Men and steel provide a nation with
Oh no, the ghosts are here.
luxuries.
They look pretty okay with it.
Progress.
Like they're going to a picnic or something. Yeah, I really wish this was more educational. I have no idea how to run my steel factory.
In short, steel good.
The bottom of the United States is not shaped like that.
And I'm pretty sure we're connected to a couple of countries.
Americans didn't discover that until 1972.